Okay, so we're talking about promo codes.
No, not a one.
Okay, so I think last month was a tad challenging just because they went out late in the month.
Yeah, but we have them this month, don't we?
Hmm?
We have them this month.
Yes, that was my point. So now you have 31 days to use those promo codes, and if you were to use all three of them, clearly, you'd hit Success Club.
Yes.
Did you hear Miguel's call on Monday?
I only heard part of it. I need to go back and finish it.
It was really good, and he talked about promo codes in the call, which was funny because I was like, oh, neat, we have one more day to use them. And I used mine, so that was fine, but I really wasn't expecting to get them again, so I feel like it's kind of like a little gift, and I feel like we should really, really capitalize on that. Like if they did that even every other month, imagine how easy it would be to snag up Success Club, because what I've been doing is like, is today the 1st? Yeah. So this morning, as soon as I got them, I messaged like 10 people. Like, oh my gosh, we talked about the promo codes last month, and then the time ran out, but guess what? I have them again. And I only have 3, and they're first come, first serve. I've already used 2. So, well, I will have used 2 by the end of, I think by tonight. I mean, they've already got them, and they've got their cards, so.
Okay, but I think that we can also use, like I can use Creighton's too, can't I?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Shoot.
I know,
So
right?
Frank's an active coach too, so he should have them too. You are brilliant, and my mommy's and my daddy's.
Yeah, so you may have a whole heck of a lot that you can use, and yeah, so now that's only challenge packs, right, or completion packs?
Yeah, it's challenge or completion packs. Yeah. So you can do either.
I definitely have, my mom was telling me that my dad's sister wants to do Shakeology, but she's not going to be able to do a challenge pack. So I won't be able to use it for her on that, but that's okay.
Yeah, but that's still Shakeology, which is awesome. So that's okay.
Towards the end of the month. And then some of my old customers that have fallen off but have expressed interest, you know, I didn't offer it to them last month thinking, oh, I need to really save this for new people. And then that didn't pan out. So I'm just going to do like what you said. And I'm, you know, it's just like first come, first serve. And hello. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I just, like the 2 people today.
Yeah, all right, sorry.
The 2 people today, one of them was I didn't realize I had a squeaker in it, a customer who gets challenge packs all the time, kind of like every 6 months she'll get a challenge pack or a completion pack. And the other one is a new coach who's not going to work the business, but she's a discount coach, and she already had Shakeology. And I actually told her, I said, it's actually cheaper for you to do the challenge pack with the completion code than it would be for you to just get Shakeology and pay the $40.
Right.
And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, let's do that. So,
yeah, I ended up canceling my digital streaming order and ordered a completion pack because I needed Shakeology. So I canceled my old Shakeology and I got new Shakeology and completion pack. So I got the materials, which was kind of nice.
Oh, nice. Really? Yeah, that's a good idea. And let me tell you this, because this is super cool. And I did the math today, and I did it for my friend, the one that buys challenge packs all the time. She did a completion pack for Morning Meltdown because she wanted Shakeology. And I'm like, okay, you can get Shakeology for $130, or you can get the Morning Meltdown 100 completion pack for $120.
Is it that much discounted?
Yes. Well, it's $130 with the $20 off. So it's $150, $20 off, $130, and then $10 off.
Right.
With the completion pack, I mean, with the promo code, and so it makes it actually $10 less than a bag of Shakeology.
Wow.
Right? So like for your VOD people, that's where you go.
Yeah, so I really should message all my BOD people.
You should message like 20 of them tonight and say, look, I got you've got, three codes, and first come, first serve people.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think, as much as I hate to do like the sense of urgency thing, because I think it's kind of annoying, but it really isn't annoying, and it's also true. So, I mean, like I messaged 10 people today about the promo code thing. And, well, three of them got back to me. One said, no, thank you. Two said, yeah, let's do it right now. And so I just sent them theirs like right before we got on the call. And then the other two, I've got two other people that want it. And, I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have Frank find his email and send it to me, but I think they have to go under him.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah, that's search through Dynasty. I'm pretty sure that people have asked that question, and at least last month you didn't. It wasn't like tied to the.
It's not tied to the account. Sweet. So really, I have 12. Mm-hmm. Theoretically, I need to get my mom's and my dad's then, because they're active too. Wait, what about Tim's?
Oh yeah. I'll see if I can get his.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I'm glad you said that. I've been finding so much in that Dynasty page that's actually helpful. Today I was on the Elite Mastermind call. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And you just have to be a diamond. That's it. But it was really good. It was as good or better than any Monday morning call I've heard. Like the girl who talked, she went from Emerald to 5-star Elite in a year.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like a normal mom, nurse practitioner, like just not, anything crazy. She didn't even have like a crazy, like, I need a ton of money right now kind of thing. She's probably making $150,000 as a nurse practitioner. They make a lot of money. And and she just was like, I think I don't know what Elite is, but I'm going to do it. And she just did it. Like she talked about all the things that she did to get there, and just, it was really good. And then Holly Hillier talked, and Lindsay talked for a while. It was just really good. But we're having them like every other week.
Yeah, I saw that on the schedule. Really great.
Yeah. So that'll be good. There's good stuff in there. And which brings me to team goals. And I talked to Stacy about this last week, because it was just her and I didn't record it. But and maybe she tried to get on, but we weren't on at the time tonight. Sorry, people. Technical difficulties. But anyway, something we talked about last week, and something that I'll tell you, and I think you probably got the sense of this at Summit, but being a lead or premier or whatever isn't my goal. It's a goal for our team, because we get excuse me, dogs find it necessary to play on either side of me right now. Boys, can you go play over there? Maybe? There you go. But anyway, they were like on either side of me barking at each other. So anyway, the amount, and like I told Stacy this last week. I'm like, I don't know, because I've never been Elite before. I've never been Premier before, so I don't really know what the benefits are. I've just been told that as a 5-star or an Elite or a Premier coach, that your team benefits so much from it. But she talked about it tonight. She talked specifically about what her team gets by her having that status. And because I keep thinking, gosh, it's so self-centered to say, hey guys, I want to go Elite, or I want to be 2-star or whatever. But she's like, it's really not, because your team gets so much more resources from corporate and from the Wall. It's called the Wall, but that's the 5-star plus group. in Beachbody, and like she was saying that she's got 10 and 15 star diamonds doing her team calls now because she has access to that. And she's like, I have five diamonds. I have maybe 6 people on a team call at a time, sometimes 2, but I've got these 15 and 10 star diamonds doing my calls because that's part of what you get. You get access to those people and they want to help your team and they want to help your team grow. So it's like you get that stuff, you get all these resources from corporate that actually help your team be a stronger team and build their own businesses. So when we go 2-star, it just helps you go 1-star. You know, and I felt like that was the case, but she doesn't really talk about it a lot, so I wasn't getting it from her, and I didn't ask, but I did hear it tonight, and I've heard it from a couple other people too, that your team, and so why these coaches will go from 2-star to 5-star really quick is because of the resources that they get once they hit that point. The resources that they get help their team grow quicker, faster, stronger, easier too, because you just get so much, like all these systems and everything that we keep talking about. Well, that's where they're going to come from. I actually got a really good, you probably saw it too though. Oh my gosh, I'm already sore from this morning's workout.
Which one did you do?
I'm kind of doubling up. So this morning I did, and this may have been a mistake because it was really hard, but I did lower, what's it called? Downbeat, yeah, downbeat strength. And so it was supposed to be lit cardio and downbeat strength, but I flipped them and did the downbeat strength first and did the lit cardio. Oh my gosh.
It's probably the right order.
It is. You're always supposed to lift before you hit.
Right.
But oh my gosh, I'm already like, my legs are already sore. Like just to touch.
I'm sore. I did, what did I do today? I did day 6 today, but I need to do day 5 because that was.
So 6 was lit cardio, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I did lit cardio, and then I need to go back and do the yoga one.
The lit cardio was hard.
That was freaking hard.
Boy, it was so short, but it was so intense.
I know. It's so bad. And I actually, on my story, I posted the picture of me trying to do the thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was sweating like, I don't sweat a lot, but today I was like, usually I can like work out and I sweat enough, but then I'll be like, okay, I can wear the same sports bra to work.
Oh.
That's nasty. It was like wet. It was gross.
Oh, I know. I was so disgusting. And I ran out of time, so I couldn't do the yoga. So I still need to do that one tonight.
Oh, it's good and it's short. It's like 20 minutes. Yeah.
20 minutes. Well, I ran out of time with everything else going on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay. So that would be like, I'm thinking we try to hit 2-star by the end of the year. And you and I talked about this, that we'll try to coordinate our each of our diamonds, yours and Frank's, to try to hit together. And that'll be good. So 2-star by the end of the year, but I would love for our team to go for elite for 2020.
2020 elite.
2020 elite. So which means that we have to have new coaches and we have to have coaches hitting Success Club. And what I would like to say, well, I am going to say this, I'm going to put it out there. If we hit elite in 2020, then we get to go on a me-sponsored retreat that you guys have to get there, but I'll do the retreat parting. I didn't ask you to. Oh my gosh, Frank, please. Sheesh. Anyway, a me-sponsored retreat, you guys will have to get to where we're going, but and maybe here, but that we'll do for our diamonds plus anybody who's hit Success Club for the 3 months coming, like whatever, 3 months at the end of the year in 2020. If they can hit Success Club in October, November, December, then they get to go on the retreat, something like that. But we'll do that. If we get there, we will do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay. Did you see the calendar I posted a calendar. I'm going to try to do that every month that has our team calls on it, which aren't every week, but they're close to we're going to be in Maine for one of those weeks, and so I'm not doing it that week, but I would like to have one next week, and then not the following week, and then the one after that, just so we can see where everybody is. And I think we have a really good opportunity with the promo codes to really get everybody in Success Club. I mean, right? And by the way, Success Club, it is related. I've seen quite a few people that are starting to get call or emails that they're getting off the list. So the list is starting to move for the trip.
Okay. So, not to the 5,000 mark. Yeah, I'm still not showing up.
Okay.
Because I think I'm just too far back. But that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've told you, like, the year that Mark and Amy went on the cruise, they it was like, they were like number 7,000 and something. They got off the list. So, but the list is moving. I've heard multiple people say they got an email. So that's kind of new information. It must have had something to do with Success Club that are already qualified. That, I don't know, something must have happened recently for all that.
A lot of people are just dropping too because they have concerns about Punta Cana.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
I think it's a little too early to be
freaking out.
No, but that's just me.
Well, my feeling on that is that the problem is with the alcohol that's in the rooms, not the alcohol that's in the bar. So it's a bacteria that's growing in those bottles that they keep refilling. You just need to stop refilling them or take them out of the rooms completely, or just don't drink from it. That's it. Bottom line. Nobody has gotten sick that hasn't drank the alcohol in the rooms.
Oh, no. It's also safety.
Huh?
It's also safety.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's bad things happening.
Oh, are there?
Oh, yeah. Even at that resort.
I don't even pay attention. At that resort?
That's
like what?
What? Like, I don't know if people were taken or if people were assaulted or what, but that is,
At the resort?
I don't have any information other than.
See, like the Mexico one is so walled off from everything that there's no way. Plus, it's guarded on all sides by people with machine guns. So,
yeah.
But I don't know, and it's the same company. So I would think they would have the same safety and security. Oh no. All right, I agree with you. I don't think it's, and there's a potential that they might just change it. Beachbody might change it. They've done it before. They did it the year that the first cruise I went on, they changed the whole itinerary of the cruise because of Zika and Haiti.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. They just changed, they had Royal Caribbean change everything. So maybe they'll change something. It'd be fine if we went to Mexico again. That was fun. And a lot cheaper to get to. Okay, so did you read your Coach not breaking news, what's it called? Coach Monthly News? You get that? You get that. I know you get that. The newsletter from Beachbody that tells you what all the promotions are and all that stuff. Yeah. Did you see that Recover's $10 off? Yeah. I ordered a vegan one today. I like the vegan. I just don't do it. I don't do it monthly, but I ordered it today. And then when I was there, they had all these other promotions. Like I got a box of Beach Bars for 10% off and free shipping. Mm-hmm. So I did that. And I should have gotten a hydrate, but I didn't. But that was there. And then the $20 off the Morning Meltdown stuff, your promo codes. What else was there? Seems like there was something else that was big. I don't know. Good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of things to talk about with people. Stacy had mentioned that she wanted to do a free group in August.
Yes.
You down with that?
Yeah.
I told her, I said, well, do you know what you want to do? And she was like, no, not really, but I'll think about it. And I thought she was going to be here tonight and we could talk about it, but she's not. So that said, what do we want to do?
So I actually bought a magazine. What was it? It was in Denver. And I was thinking, oh man, it's got really good stuff to share. It's from Mayo Clinic, and it's called Live Your Healthiest Life. And so it just has like a ton of
Ideas, thoughts?
Yeah. So it has, sorry, let me just find it. So part one is about losing weight and like, getting ready, finding your inner motivation. Chapter 2, adding 5 habits. Chapter 3, breaking 5 habits. Part 2, live it. The next phase, so from short term to long term, or lifelong path, blah, blah, blah. Know your goals, so setting SMART goals, that was one of it. Finding your targets, talking about portion and serving size and stuff like that. Chapter 7, create your eating plan. Chapter 8, expand your activity plan. Chapter 9, track your progress. Anyway, it's just, maybe a little bit more generic, but it still seemed like a good format, and it may have some decent, photos that I could copy in, like, just stuff like this.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so what do you think that we should do in terms of what we should call the group and what we should focus on? And we don't want it to be too big.
So, I mean, even part 1, and it doesn't even have to be about weight, like necessarily loss, but, the 5 bad habits, the, 5 habits to add, and then, I don't know what this boost, adopt it, or a bonus habit, and then maybe adding the SMART goals stuff might be good.
I like the 5s.
Yeah.
We could do a 5-day group focused around those 3 5s.
Okay.
And spend like 2 days on the first one, 2 days on the second one, and the 5th day on the third one.
Sure. Or we could do one day that has an add, a break, and an adopt.
Oh, I like that too.
5 days.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's a better idea. I like that.
So what I can do is I could scan this in or something.
Do you want to break it? I mean, I'd like to use their content, honestly.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So
it's more than what we can do.
We need to get it into a format that other people can duplicate it into the group. Mm-hmm. So tell me how you want to do that. What do you think?
Well, maybe since, Stacy's interested too, maybe like you and I and she could just kind of divide up, building the content, in a Google Doc or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I can just scan this part 1 and send it to you guys. I'll send it to
can you scan it? Just scan it and send it in a Facebook message. Mm-hmm. And put Heather in there too. Yeah. And then let's do that. And then we can each sort of talk about the pieces that we want to do, and then put it in a Google Doc like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. I think that if we're going to do it, do you want to do it for pulling new people in for August or for September? So do we want to do it like next week, or do we want to do it towards the end of August? How are you feeling about your peeps this month?
I think it's probably better to do it kind of more planning, planning ahead for the next month. Personally, but
yeah, no, and the girl, Ashley, I can't remember her last name right now. Anyway, Ashley Schoen is her name, that did our, the majority of our call tonight, the one that went from Emerald to 5-star. She said that she gets about 80% of her business from free groups.
Wow.
Yeah, free groups and coach sneak peek type stuff.
Well, and the thing is that it's just kind of, it's so much easier to start a conversation about the next thing when they're already in your pipeline.
Well, and I think what she talked about was it's giving back to your business, and you've already gotten their trust, you've already gotten them to like you, and you already have something to talk about. It's not like a cold call, So so that's good. So then why don't we do that? Let me look at the calendar real quick. Let's see.
19 to 23.
Yes, I think that's great, because that's great. I get back on the 15th or on the 16th. So that's perfect. Not that it matters. I just get distracted when I'm out of town.
No, I hear ya.
I mean, I could do it the week before, but I would prefer to do it when I'm back at home.
I think that's a little harder.
It is. Okay, I like that. 8/19 through 23. Okay. And so you're going to scan that and send it a PDF or whatever to us in a message, and you're going to do me and Stacy and Heather, and then we'll kind of talk in there about how we want to structure it, and then figure out who's starting to post content on in a Google Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it just seems kind of easy, and it's a good time for people to be kind of reassessing their habits, and everybody's starting back to school, and
yeah,
I think it's a good time for people to think about that, and then
yeah,
I think again, just another easy way to continue the conversation.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, and then it sets you up for success in September, which everybody likes that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
okay,
I do feel like this month will be easier. In terms of business and Beachbody, I think people are ready to get back at it. And
yeah, summer's tough. I think summer and October, November, December. Those are the tough. It's like July, August are tough, and October. Well, November and December are really hard, but November, December are way harder than summer. But summer is hard because people are unfocused and they're all over the place.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're getting ready to go out of town and fun trip, the last thing you want to do is,
control your eating.
Yeah, and control what you're eating, which.
Right.
So, that's been a little bit my, issue with some of my people is just they're overseas, or they're, whatever. And it's like, oh, you're in New York right now with your daughter. Okay, I guess this isn't a good time to talk about you are with your workouts,
and portion control.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So
yeah, and I think too this month will be easier too because of Morning Meltdown 100, number one, and number two because of the promo codes. So you really have to leverage that, because I mean, all you got to do is use the 3 of those, and you're at success level.
Well, and and something that I am really trying to capitalize on is that, with this program, like, you're not going to feel like you're not really going to feel like you're behind, because everyone's going to be on a different pace.
It's true.
And so, like, there've been a couple of days where I've only done one because I've gone and I've done something else. Like I did an MM100 workout in the morning, and then I went to spin class in the afternoon, And so it's great because if you only want to work out for 20 to 30 minutes, you can. If you want to work out for 40 minutes, you can. If you want to work for
an hour,
you can, you know?
Yeah, and I like that. I like the way that I've been explaining it to people is it's 100 workouts, which you can do in 100 days, you know, in 50 days, you know, in 120 days. It's 100 workouts. That's it. And that's kind of what I talked about in our group was that, you know, like, I don't care how you do it. You know, we're all in here together and I'm going to post for 100 days and maybe a little more if we're still going. But it's very flexible, I think. And I like that.
Yeah. So I'm really trying to
it's almost modular, you know, in the sense that you can take pieces and put them together for a day or just do one piece or, you know, like I like that about it. And I like that everybody's kind of wherever they want to be.
Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah.
You know, sometimes with the ones that are like, you know, 80, 90 days or whatever.
No, it's not.
Like,
oh, okay, I'll be right there.
Week 2, you know, Monday of week 2, and you're like, but it's not Monday for me. You know?
Right, I know, right? I know, which is great. And I've been posting the way that I've been posting in the group is, you know, each day is a workout, which is fine. It really doesn't matter. But you're right. Like in 80-day obsession, it was weird if you were off a day.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, it was bad. And then you felt like you were either playing catch up or you were, even like if you had to switch days, you know, like sometimes I had to switch days because I was traveling, I didn't have access to work or whatever. And so like that even felt was like, oh, everybody, I'm off a day, but I'm really not, you know, it's like, you know, I don't feel that way with this one. No. And I changed the way that I'm doing the reporting piece of it so that you don't feel like you're competing against somebody else. You know, that's one of the things we learned in our track was just this sort of a different way to report instead of saying, okay, tell me, how was your workout? How was your eating? You know, like the way we've been doing it for the past 4 years, but just to check in and say, how was your workout today? Which one did you do? Or, you know, your Shakeology day, how much water did you have? You know, instead, just to get people to interact, but also they have a sense of accountability because they're reporting about a piece of their day, and you assume that if they did one piece, they probably did most of them. So, you know, it's just a different way to do it. So you're not always feeling like, oh, well, she's on day 5 and I'm on day 3. Like, oh, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Molly.
So I think that'll actually be a good thing. And I did it in both groups, in both the regular challenge group, the multi-group challenge group, and the our our Learning Meltdown one, just to see how it goes. But there isn't a whole lot of interaction. Well, there's not yet because we haven't done any check-ins for the regular group because we're in the pre-week piece. But hey, please. So, but people are, you're interacting, and Jennifer Carter's interacting, and Hillary posted in there today, and so that was cool, and I like that, and I feel like that's going to be a better way to get people to interact. It may take a couple rounds of challenge groups to get people into that mode, but I think once we get there, because I was watching, Nikki Whiting, because I watch her like a weirdo, and I was watching her in one of her stories scroll through all these selfies, and I'm like, sweaty selfies, like, why does she have so much interaction? And she explained it. That's why. Because she asks every night in a post, check in, here's what I want today, you know, and then she starts to get all those things. And I was like, oh, well, she's got great interaction in her groups. And so I thought that if it works for her, it's got to work for other people.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why I'm doing it that way, but I think it'll help with the interaction. And maybe we can do that a little bit with the free group. Mm-hmm. You know, turn off posting except for admins and just have people comment on the threads.
Yeah.
And why don't we try it? Let's try it. Let's do it that way.
All right.
Okay, good. We have plans, man. Okay. Let me know if I can do anything for you.
I'm doing good so far.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop.